You're God's gift to earth, aren't you? Hey guys, she's back and I'm ready to film. I'm so ready to jump into this video. As you guys can probably already tell by the title of this video, it's happening. It's going down. The video, the project that you have all been dying for and waiting for so very patiently. It's time for the patchwork project. I'm already stalling, yes. Yes, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little intimidated by the amount of patches that I have to sort through right now. But of course, I have my handy dandy iced coffee to help me and motivate me through this cardigan project. All right, but first things first, my plans for this video. First off, I'm just gonna go through and count exactly how many patches I have received. And then once I get all of these kind of laid out and organized, I'm gonna pick and choose which patches I want to go into the cardigan and then which patches I want to go towards the giveaway tote bags. And then pretty much at that point, I think it's time to just start sewing or whip stitching the entire cardigan together. So after I get a good amount of progress done with the cardigan, I will jump into today's sponsor of the video, which is EveryPlate. Thank you guys so much for working with me. And of course, I'll talk more about that later. But for now, let's just go ahead, dump out everything. This is just insane. Hi. Come. All right, so I finished counting up and organizing all of the patches. It's not really that organized, but I have them all laid out, and including the tiny like little triangle, granny triangles that y'all sent in, 259 patches that were sent in. Do you have to be the center of attention? Yes. So like I was just saying, there are 259 patches. So pretty much at this point, I kind of need to lay them out and organize them in the way that I would like to make the cardigan. I'm pretty sure I want the back panel to be 4 patches by 4 patches. So what, that's like 16. And then again for the front side, like the 2 front, what do you want to call those? It's like the 2 front parts of the cardigan. I also want those to be 2 rows of 4 and then 2 rows of 4. So essentially I'm making 4 and 4 for the front and the back. And then when it comes to the sleeves, I'm not too sure how I want it done. So I'm thinking about doing 3 rows of 4 instead of 4 rows of 4. And then I'll combine that obviously to make a pocketed sleeve like that. So let's just start laying everything out, huh? So I already know that this is going to be probably the hardest part, which is picking and choosing which ones I want to go into the cardigan versus which ones go into the giveaway tote bags. I love how much color some of these have. Like I feel like some of these really bright, vibrant squares would look really good next to something that's like a little bit more neutral. That way both of the squares get to pop a little bit. This one is so cute. I forgot about this one. I've gone to my first pile of 10 and I've already picked out 5. This is a problem. Oh yeah, for sure, this little rose confetti cupcake one. Oh, the mushroom. I forgot that we have like a wavy patch. This is for sure making it. All right, so I've spent some time making my cuts and I have a pretty good little pile here in front of me. I still think I need to cut out probably 5 or 6 patches from my pile. But here's where it's gonna get tricky. I'm gonna do my absolute best to lay everything out kind of in the shape of the actual cardigan. And this is probably where I'm gonna take the most time, just with placement, making sure each of the patches look really nice next to each other and they kind of complement each other. Let's just start laying everything out. This has actually been a lot more stressful than I planned it to be, just because it's so hard trying to pick and choose, you know, whose square gets to be featured where. But I promise at the end of it all, everybody's patches will be used up. If it's not in the cardigan, they will be used in the giveaway tote bags. So yeah, fret not, worry not. As I'm like constructing everything, I'm also trying to like think ahead on how I'm physically going to be putting all of these patches together. And although at first I really just wanted to use my crochet hook and, you know, slip stitch through the back loops only. Using the crochet hook is not the easiest way to go about it, so I think I'm going to have to use the more troublesome route, which is going to be using a darning needle and just whip stitching every single patch together. It's going to definitely be a lot more time consuming than the crochet hook, but I think it'll help it look a little bit more seamless and perfect, hopefully. I'm really not too sure about this outcome, but I think using the darning needle to whip stitch is probably the safer bet instead of having to slip stitch with like an uneven amount of stitches. I think this is going to be my back panel, so let's just go ahead and start placing things for the two front panels. All right, so this is what I have so far. I think this is going to be my back panel. And then right here, you guys can see I have like two separate rows laid out because these are going to be my two front panels. And then over here, I know you probably can't really tell what's going on, but these are going to be my two sleeves. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point, I just need to commit and start whip stitching everything together. I'm very nervous, very nervous. Did not think I was going to feel this worried. I don't know. And just really quickly, I just want to point out that here on my two front panels, I did remove some squares and I ended up adding on my cute little triangles. So that way my cardigan has a little bit of like, you know, like a V-neck cut to it. Just a little something extra, something special. So this is what I'm working with. Show me what you're working with. I'm scared. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Yeah. This is gonna be a long one, guys. So buckle up, grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab whatever crochet project that you're working on right now, because this is gonna take me ages. All right, y'all. I finally finished up. Oh wow, this is literally just the first row. So I pretty much just used, like I said, my darning needle, and I did my best to pick up the back loops only on all of the squares. So this is what I have so far. I'm pretty much just working horizontally across my first two rows on the back portion. So this is what it looks like so far. I know it doesn't really look like much because, you know, these rows aren't stitched together, but hey, you know what? I got the first one done. So that counts for something, right? Right? Did I do this backwards? Oh no, what did I do? Oh, all right, yeah, see here, we got it. It's just a little twisted up. So this is what I have so far. I've only really connected my patches right here horizontally across this first row. There we go. So this is what the first row of the patchwork cardigan looks like so far. And now all I'm gonna do is rejoin my yarn here at this bottom corner and start adding on the third row like this and like this and like this and like this. So once I pretty much just work my way horizontally across all of the rows, I will have to go back and attach my yarn and start working vertically down all of the rows. That way, you know, they're not flapped open. You guys know how a patchwork cardigan works, right? Right? Well, this is pretty much my first time ever making a patchwork cardigan. I've made a patchwork dress and that took me like 3 months. And my goal with this is to finish it in like 3 days. Can she do it? Can I do it, guys? Do you have the faith in me for me to get this done in 3 days? I'm shaking in my boots. I'm a little bit nervous. But yeah, this is what the first row looks like. I just wanted to update you guys because I can't really leave the camera running the entire time or else I will have 800 million hours of footage. I'm doing it, guys. I got the third row added on. So now I'm gonna go ahead, head to the 4th row. This literally took me 25 minutes. 25 minutes to whip stitch 4 patches together. But it's looking pretty cute. So yeah, for the sake of this video, let's just go ahead, time lapse a little bit, and I'll come back on here when I have more of the back panel done. Hey y'all, guess what? It's time for a motherfucking dance party because I got the back panel and the 2 front panels done.
Cash in my hair to my ass. Do the dash, can you make it go fast? Fuck the fame, all I want is them bands. If she keep on mugging.
I'm just kidding. But on a more serious note, I really did finally finish up the whole back panel. I think it looks so cute. I've literally been working on just whip stitching all of the stitches together for like the last 5 hours now, 4 hours. I'm kind of over whip stitching. Super happy though with the construction of the back panel. I'm really liking that I have this little donut hole patch here on the corner. I got the really cute little alien one there. And I'm loving how just all the different colors kind of contrast each other. And like I said, guys, I'm very proud of myself. I also got one of the front panels done. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I did that, yeah. I just realized that I made 2 right panels, not a right and a left panel. So now I have to undo all of my stitches on this one so that I can get the right side of the patches. No. Please, no. How could I have messed up so bad? But I'm excited, and you know why that is, guys? Because I only have the sleeves left to do. All I have to do is stitch together the sleeves, and then I can actually start assembling all of the panels onto each other. So I want to say that we're just about halfway done. Will I lose momentum throughout the day? Yeah, I might, but you know what? Let's just go back to my Netflix, go back to my Grey's Anatomy, and let's just start constructing some more patches, y'all. Look how cute all of these look. Hello guys, it's been like another hour since my last update, but after crying directly into these patches and using them to sob up my tears, I did finally fix my little mistake of making 2 right front panels. So now I have a right front panel and a left one, and now all the patches are actually facing outwards. So I'm freaking exhausted, and I think at this point I'm going to stop here, take a break, and I'm gonna head over into my kitchen to make a really quick, affordable, and delicious dinner. And I just wanna say thank you so much to Every Plate for sponsoring today's video. Every Plate is an affordable, fun, and easy to make meal kit service. With the never-ending amount of crocheting, editing, and emailing that I have to do on a daily, meal planning and grocery shopping are honestly the very last things that I wanna do in my day. Every Plate provides easy to follow recipe cards and pre-portioned ingredients so that I can spend less time prepping and more time enjoying delicious food with my loved ones. With Every Plate, you can get meals that both you and your wallet will enjoy delivered right to your door. Typically, other meal kit options cost around $12 per person, but with Every Plate, you can get chef-designed recipes each week starting at $4.99 per serving. But if you guys click my link down below and use my coupon code ErinR9, you can get Every Plate for just $1.79 per meal in your first box and an additional 20% off your next 2 boxes. And to be completely honest with you guys, I have used other meal kit services in the past, but by far Every Plate's dinners were the most enjoyable and most delicious that I have tasted. When I was cooking these meals by myself, I was able to start and finish an entire dinner in under 30 minutes. And when I had Jordan help me out with some of these dinners, I got them done in just about 15 minutes, which is crazy fast. I don't have to take a lot of time out of my day or time away from my creating and my crocheting. So if you guys would like to get your very first box of Every Plate, go ahead, click my link down below, use my promo code, and get your first few boxes at an extremely discounted price while you guys can. All right, so we're getting ready here to eat dinner, and we just finished making the cumin lime chicken tacos. So we're gonna do a honest taste test. Cheers.
Day 2.
It is now the next day. I'm ready to jump back into making this. So I'm pretty sure the last update that I showed you guys yesterday is that I obviously have my back panel all done, and I fixed the little mistake with the 2 front panels. So now my front panels are both facing outwards, and I have a right and a left. So I've actually just been crocheting or whip stitching for like the last 30 minutes this morning, because like I said, I am working now on the last 2 sleeves. Isn't it beautiful? Can't you guys see it already? Can't you tell that it's a sleeve? So this is pretty much what I have done so far. It is quite a challenge, to be honest with you guys, just because as I started putting together all of the patches, I did come to the realization that a lot of the patches are not actually, you know, specifically 5 inches by 5 inches. A lot of the patches do run over a little bit, or they run under a little bit. So some of them are 4 inches and 3/4, or they're 5 inches and 1/4. So because a lot of the patches don't really match up in size, it has been quite a struggle to get, you know, the patches to match up here as I'm stitching them across. And hopefully even by the end of today, I can actually start putting the cardigan together and maybe even start to add some of the finishing touches like the ribbing and whatnot. Where's the loop? Where's the right loop? Oh, I went through the wrong loop. Did I just skip a stitch? Oh, I have to add more. Wait, is this patch facing the right way? Did I just sew it on backwards? Which stitch am I supposed to go into? That looks right, right? Right? Wait, did I go through the front loop or the back loop? You know what? I don't even care anymore. If I pick up a stitch, it's the right one. Guys, drum roll please. The moment we've all been waiting for. I finally finished sewing together all of the patches to their respective slots and areas. So here is one of the first sleeves, and now when I go ahead and attach it to the rest of the panels, all I have to do is fold it in half like so and sew up the side. Sleeve number 1 done. Likewise, sleeve number 2 all finished up. I'm so pumped. And then like I showed you guys earlier, I have the front right and front left panel all ready to be attached to the back panel. So now at this point comes kind of like the final stretch at this point. And first and foremost, I am going to be attaching the front right panel and the front left panel to the back side of my cardigan. So pretty much like any other cardigan, I'm going to start at the upper shoulder seams and seam together the very top parts. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach my sleeves to the side of my panels, stitch them on, and then stitch up the remaining side of the cardigan. So this is what she shall look like when I come back on here. I'm excited. Let's finish the bad boy up. I can't wait to get it finished up. Please, please, I want to finish it today. Please don't make me go into a 3rd day. Duh. Hi, can I get a drum roll, please? Totally, 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 totally. I'm so freaking close to finishing up this cardigan. So I just got all of the patches connected. I got the sleeves connected. I stitched up the side. And this is what we're working with. Show me what you're working with. Show me what you're working with. Clearly, I'm really hyped about this cardigan. I don't know what I was envisioning, but I did not think that it was gonna look this cute and this colorful. And I'm actually really glad that I decided to go with the 2 like little half squares, little triangle pieces here at the front, just that way my neck and chest area is a little bit cut out. So at this point, all that is left for me to really do is to go back in and add a bunch of rows here, just on the inner edge of the cardigan. That way I can give it a little bit of like ribbing and like a contrast ribbing. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna go in now. I think I'm going to start with the neck portion. I'm gonna go all the way around and probably add 5 or 6 rows of just plain single crochet. And the technique with this is I'm actually gonna try to leave a couple open spaces right here on the side. That way I can, you know, add a button to close up this cardigan. And then once the center portion of it is done, I'm gonna go back in and add a couple rows of ribbing here along the very bottom of the cardigan. Oh, yeah, actually I have a lot more work than I thought I had left. I forgot I also have to go in and add some cuffs to the sleeve. That way they can kind of cinch in a little bit more. So I kind of need to figure out a way to cinch in the top of this cuff so that it's not as like large. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to add some type of fitted cuff just to kind of, you know, close it up like that so it's a little bit more fitted on the arms. Or who knows, maybe even leave it like this. I kind of like it wide sleeve like this too, but we are almost done. I have so many ends to go back and weave in, but this is the final number. And now I just need to add the contrast ribbing. So yeah, let's get to that now.
Day 3.
All right, so I'm just popping back on here to give you guys one of the last few updates. So I went around the entire neck portion and inner portion of the cardigan just to add, you know, like I said, kind of like some ribbing. I didn't really add physical ribbing, but I just wanted to add essentially like a collar around the entire thing. So I do still plan on adding a few more rows, but at this point I'm actually gonna stop and measure out some buttons that I had sitting on my shelf because I do actually wanna sew on some buttons to the cardigan to close it up. So I'm thinking about spacing out my buttons, probably one here, and one here, just one on each square pretty much. So I just need to figure out how thick and wide my button is and then create a couple chain spaces right here and then just go back and add a few more rows of single crochet. And then like I said, once that's done, I can go ahead and repeat that same process here on the very bottom of the cardigan. But we're so close to finishing it up. See you soon.